Hey, welcome. So, for today's explainer, we're not diving into some dense research paper or a long article. Nope. Our source material is just one single sentence. But wow, what a sentence. It's so perfectly engineered, it's basically a masterclass in how to persuade someone. Let's break it down. Okay, so here it is, the biological secret of wealth leakage and the 21-day protocol to stop it. Now, just to be clear, we're not here to fact-check this claim or debate if it's true. Our goal is to figure out why it's so darn persuasive. What is it about this specific combination of words that just hooks you? Right off the bat, this title just grabs you with this really wild idea. It's basically saying, hey, what if your financial struggles have nothing to do with your budget and everything to do with your biology? I mean, think about that for a second. That one shift completely changes how you see the problem, and that right there is where the persuasion really begins. All right, so let's start by breaking this down. First up, how does it actually define the problem? See, it doesn't just say you're losing money or spending too much. That's boring. Instead, it gives this invisible enemy a name. And that name, wealth leakage, it's just brilliant, isn't it? You know that feeling, that nagging anxiety where it feels like your money is just vanishing into thin air? This phrase takes that feeling and turns it into a concrete thing, an enemy. It's not some random force anymore, it's a leak. And the great thing about a leak is you can find it and you can plug it. Okay, so now we have our villain, wealth leakage. The next logical question is, right, where's this leak even coming from? And this is where the title takes a really interesting turn, away from your typical money advice. Which brings us to the second genius part of this whole thing, the cause. It's telling you the problem isn't your spreadsheet, it's not your spending habits. Nope. It's a biological secret. That little phrase is doing so much work. It does two huge things all at once. First, it gets rid of any personal blame, and second, it dangles this idea of exclusive hidden knowledge right in front of you. And this is a huge psychological shift. Let's really look at this. If it's a financial problem, it feels like it's your fault, right? You didn't have enough discipline. The solution is just try harder. But when you frame it as a biological problem, suddenly it's not a character flaw. It's more like a medical condition. It means there's something inside you that's just a little off, and all you need is a specialized, almost medical fix. Okay, so we've got the enemy, we've got the secret cause, and now we get to the most important part of this whole promise. It doesn't just leave you hanging, it gives you a solution that feels real, something you can actually do, and, this is key, it tells you exactly how long it's going to take. So why 21? Let's talk about that number. It's tapping right into that super popular idea, you've probably heard it, that it takes about 21 days to build a new habit. Now, whether that's scientifically proven is another story, but a lot of us believe it. And because of that, it feels totally doable. It's not some vague lifetime of change. It's just 3 weeks. That's long enough to sound like it'll actually work, but short enough that it doesn't feel overwhelming. It's the absolute perfect sweet spot for making a promise. And using the word protocol? Oh, that's just a fantastic choice. It makes the whole thing sound so official, so scientific, like it's been tested in a lab. This isn't just some friendly advice, it's a protocol. It promises a clear, step-by-step journey from A to B. It's offering you certainty, which is exactly what you crave when you're feeling anxious about your finances. So, we've taken this title apart, piece by piece. Now let's put it all back together and see why this whole framework is just so incredibly persuasive. This is where you see how all the gears fit together. Basically, this is the recipe for an irresistible idea. You start by mashing two totally separate ideas together, biology and finance, which immediately makes you curious. Then you add a dash of secret exclusive knowledge. You give people a clear, easy-to-understand enemy like wealth leakage. And then, for the finishing touch, you deliver that 1-2 punch, a totally concrete timeline and a structured plan. It's the whole package. It deals with your anxiety, takes away the blame, and gives you a roadmap. So at the end of the day, the real takeaway here isn't some secret about biology or money. It's actually a really powerful lesson about how we communicate ideas. How you frame a problem and its solution can be way more powerful than the actual solution itself. Once you start to see these techniques, you become a much smarter, more critical consumer of, well, pretty much everything you see and hear. But that kind of leaves us with one last question to chew on. We've seen how this one title is a masterclass in framing an idea, but it's just one example out of millions. So what other secrets are hiding out there in plain sight? What other irresistible promises or catchy slogans are you seeing in headlines, in ads, or even in politics? They're all just sitting there, waiting to be deconstructed just like this. It's a lens you can pretty much apply everywhere now. Thanks for joining me on this one.